Hello Taurus, and welcome to your in-depth monthly forecast for January for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now, as ever, I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect this month before diving deep in forensic detail to share with you exactly what is ahead. So please stay with me. Now, on the screen now, you can see your natal solar wheel for the start of this month. A gathering of energy in your 9th house suggests that opening up your world in some way is going to be part of the journey. There's a magical link between your ruler Venus and Neptune across the first 12 days, and Uranus in your sign. It is in a bit of a testing link with Saturn still, which could prove to be a bit frustrating around career, or especially where you want to be more individualistic in your approach, but events don't quite allow it. But the passion of the energy in the sign of Sagittarius, including the moon, Mars, and the midpoint between the sun and the moon, suggests that you're going to feel things strongly this month. So there's going to be a rush of adrenaline, I feel. You're really coming into this new year ready to take on the challenge, and that's really exciting. Now, there is a Mercury retrograde that begins on the 14th, and that takes us back to that career issue. The changes you may want to happen may take a little longer to manifest than is ideal, but also something you originally set your heart on, that may make way for something that makes more sense eventually. So try to go with the process. There's also a very powerful full moon on the 17th, and Mars, the planet of drive and passion, moves into your 9th house on the 24th. So there's lots to share with you, but if you are new to my channel, I would be honoured if you would click or tap on the bell notification symbol to subscribe. Also, with the new year upon us, if you'd like to order your 12-month forecast, you can get a character analysis and 30% off by seeing the link beneath this video. If you do order in 21, if you watch the video in 21, you get the rest of the year free. If you order later in January, don't worry, I will give you a full 12 months from that point. So Taurus, your monthly forecast for January shows that big gathering of energy in the 9th house. The 9th house represents travel, expansion, adventurism, independence, and Uranus in your sign is very much about changing things up, sometimes even stable situations which we've really appreciated for a long time can suddenly go a little stale. So if anything is feeling a bit humdrum in your life, that's where you need to be directing your gaze, because by being more open around the kind of pursuits that you can embrace, the more you can bring a sense of freshness and vitality to your existence. We all know that travel could be a tough hoe due to the changing nature of the COVID outbreak. So we need to be flexible, and in that way perhaps Uranus is linked to the new moon of the 2nd is a bit of a hint. There may be the desire to go away, and it may be possible, but things will just keep changing. So we will need to be very much on our toes and very flexible about how we deal with that. But that link between Venus and Neptune for the first 12 days is the stuff of dreams, really. You know, Neptune is in a very idealistic part of your situation. You could make a contact or a connection with someone at a distance. It could be through some kind of joint cause that you both have an interest in. But through this, it may be a very special friendship. It could be a romantic relationship, could evolve. And of course, Venus is in retrograde, so I think you are going to be thinking very carefully about your love life. And the 9th house can be about the truth or the higher truth. So if you are analysing whether things are working quite as you want, or you are feeling very claustrophobic or bored, then I think you will need to spend some time very carefully wondering and reflecting on exactly what your true needs are. But in week 2, Mercury going retrograde, it moves on the 2nd into Aquarius. This is your sector of success, and that's why I feel it may be a bit stop-go around work. So if you are feeling very frustrated around your current employment situation as the year begins, it may take a little bit of time to really make sense. But one of the things with Mercury retrograde is that sometimes the things that we do go for that then come to naught, and we can be very, very cross about that, in the fullness of time we look back and think, do you know, there was something guiding me there. So if something doesn't work out for you, see rejection as protection, because it's very possible that there is a bigger reason why some situations won't evolve quite as you want. But the 17th moon does suggest that if you do have opinions that need to be expressed, you're going to do so with great conviction in the following 2 weeks. In fact, this conjunction between Mars and Pluto could see you buying a new vehicle, learning to drive if you've yet to do so. Some people may even think they want to learn to fly or paraglide or something quite daring. You may want to challenge yourself in quite a fundamental way, but also there could be some squabbles. If you see something in a very different way to someone else, or you want to change the status quo and someone you're close to wants to keep it as it is, this could see you at loggerheads in the following 2 weeks, and it will be interesting to see how that plays out. Everyone's situation is unique, but you will be very single-minded. However, on the 20th, the Sun climbs right to the top of your situation, into the sign of Aquarius, joining up with Mercury, and also Saturn. The 10th house with Saturn there. Do you know, a lot of astrologers tend to see Saturn in a very negative way and Jupiter in a very amazing way. But Jupiter at the start of this month, remember, is in your sector of alliances, and your ability to work well with people is going to be a big part of your success this year. So I feel that the Sun moving into this area, picking up with the Mercury retrograde and Saturn's square with Uranus, is just kind of saying to you, look, you may just need to take a bit of time to appraise things, take a breath, but the big picture for you is still manifestly positive. And then on the 24th, as Mars bursts into Capricorn, where it loves to be, you're really on the front foot about wanting to rip down any restrictions that are holding you back. So it may point towards the change that's going to come about in your life is professional. And even if you have been resisting it, because, you know, we all like a degree of familiarity. And if you've got Taurus influences in a chart, not just the Sun, so it could be a lot of second house, or Venus close to Saturn, this is something that can play out for people with the ascendant and other planets, as well as the Sun in Taurus. So for example, I have Saturn and Mars in the second house, so very Tauran in my approach. And stability is very important, but sometimes we have to take a bit of a walk on the wild side, and that's perhaps what this month is asking you to do. And once your ruler goes direct on the 29th, that's going to definitely help, but it is forging a mightily exciting angle to Uranus for the last 2 weeks. So if you are a single bull, I think that something you do that's a bit more daring, where you do push outside what you know, what you're familiar with, it could have ramifications for you for years to come in the type of associations that you can forge, or maybe one special person can really mesmerically enter your life. It's that positive. So yes, this month does have a few gotchas, but I think you are going to be feeling passionate about things. Rarely are you not passionate, but it is going to be enhanced. The work thing may take a little time to evolve, but changes are definitely there for you to seize. And I think if you resist them, it could mean that something whizzes past you that can be a fantastic opportunity for you. I do hope you have a wonderful January, wishing you a very happy new year, and goodbye for now.